Well, it's a treat to be with Mayor Rawlings and Mayor Adler, a great friend of our campaign. It is an honor to be here with Vice President Biden. You know, when I ran for president, we made it clear that the whole idea was about rallying the country together to defeat Donald Trump and to win the era for the values that we share. And that was always a goal that was much bigger than me becoming president. And it is in the name of that very same goal that I'm delighted to endorse and support Joe Biden for president.
You good?
And
Sorry.
I do it with great pleasure, knowing just how much we need to do not only to win, which is so very important, and when I say win, not just win back the White House, but make sure we bring those vitally important House and Senate and local races with us. But yeah, we can hear it for that. But also that we've got to do it in a way that starts to change the toxic and divisive nature of our politics right now. We can't go on like this. And we got a politics right now that makes it sound like being loudest is tantamount to being right. We need a politics that's about decency, a politics that brings back dignity. And that is what we sought to practice in my campaign. That's what Joe Biden has been practicing his entire life. So what we see right now is an opportunity, not just to meet that imperative of getting a new and better president, but of doing it with a leader who will practice that way of rallying people together with ideas that are big enough to unite the American people. Of all generations. And if you think about it, on some of the most important issues affecting my generation and the next generation, climate change, gun violence, Joe Biden has been delivering on those very priorities. From taking on the NRA and winning, to negotiating the Paris Climate Accord, to shepherding the passage of the Affordable Care Act. This is what has made it possible for us to achieve what has been achieved, and that is why I have such confidence that as president, Joe Biden will take the ball further as it needs to go. But it's even more than that. It's the need to bring back dignity to the White House when we have a president who's tearing this country apart. And the country already knows without me having to say so, but I want you to know how unbelievably and unfailingly decent I have known Vice President Biden to be. From his visits to South Bend while he was vice president, to my visits as a mayor to the White House during the Obama-Biden administration, to perhaps especially the experiences that I have had getting to know him while competing with him. He is somebody of such extraordinary grace and kindness and empathy. From taking time to talk to somebody who struggles to speak, to taking time for a family that's struggling with loss. He will bring the exact kind of empathy that is so badly lacking in this White House, and along the way, in his campaign, will draw us together as we need a leader to do. I commented last night, and I've often said that politics at its best is more than policy, it's soulcraft. And so it's fitting that I am joining to support a campaign that speaks so often about the soul of this nation. I don't believe the world is divided up into people who are all good and people who are all bad. I don't believe that how you voted in the past makes you good or bad. I believe that each of us can have good things and bad things brought out of us, and that's why leadership is so important. I'm looking for a leader. I'm looking for a president who will draw out what is best in each of us. And I'm encouraging everybody who is part of my campaign to join me, because we have found that leader in Vice President, soon to be President, Joe Biden.
Folks, well,